Um, among the places, so you're going to Australia is your future. What about the past? What were the places where you had most fun in these 40 years that you have been
Maybe
going
it was in
around?
China.
In China?
Yeah, yeah. Because also I stay in the big city, but I tell you, many girls invite me in the family, in the countryside.
Yes.
So, I also, because I like the China from the big city, I can make good money. There is a lot of beautiful girls. I can tell you also, the most beautiful girl for me are Chinese girls.
Really?
Really, really. And so I was invited in some, how to say, deep China, middle of nowhere in China.
But I think those places are the places worth traveling, because nowadays it feels as if everything had been discovered, and the problem with everything being discovered is that everything becomes standard a little bit. So people kind of do the same things, whether you are in Sydney or you are in Kuala Lumpur, and still China is very authentic.
Yeah, yeah.
China,
Yeah.
Thailand is very authentic as well.
Yeah, but China, you go in the very deep countryside, it's just, you think you are ageless, we are very old house, very traditional, this is an old farmer, you think it's just 50 or 100.
I
So
see.
it's a big difference between China of the city and China of the countryside. And most of people, they are very friendly, very open, and the food is so tasty, so tasty.
No, the food is nice. The food is nice. Do you ever think about going back to France? Because France is it's also an amazing place. You have amazing food, amazing
But I
wine.
go back to France every year,
Yes,
in September.
you go back.
Yeah, every year, because I have a very old habit since I was 18, 20 to pick the grapes.
Ah, you pick the grapes.
Yeah, but I stopped to pick the grape because I have some trouble with my boss, and after I went to pick the apple.
Uh huh.
But after I don't want to spend a lot of time, so I go back to pick the grapes. For me, it's a kind of it's just it's the opposite of everybody. I go to work. This is my holiday. Because to play musical suite, I'm my own boss.
Yes.
You understand? So I have to manage my time, my schedule, everything. But when I'm working, nothing to manage. I just need to wake up and just follow what the boss say. And for 2 or 3 weeks, I have a stable life every day doing the same thing.
Okay.
And also, of course, I can doing wine for free.
Yes.
And also have and my like a friend people, my boss not support, so have very good food.
Yeah, good food.
My boss is a hunter, so I can have how to say wild pork.
White pork.
Yeah, I don't know the name in English.
Say in French.
Sanglier.
I don't know.
The pork living in the forest.
Yes.
I don't know exactly the name in English or some.
Wild boar.
Wild boar, yeah, wild boar, and also like a deer or rabbit or kind of very good.
And when what happens to push you away? Have you ever felt the temptation of saying, okay, this year I'm going to stay?
You mean in France?
Yes.
No, because also the problem to be a street musician is the winter.
Okay.
And in France now it's better, but 20 years, 30 years, the winter can be very cold, and now it's not very cold, but especially in my city, raining.
Yes.
And in Hong Kong, we have a lot of tunnel, a lot of footbridge. I can play like yesterday or Sunday, but in France, almost no place to play when it's raining.
I see.
So for me, it was good to, I started to play in Hong Kong 20 years ago, and Hong Kong, now we are still in the winter. The winter is never very, very cold. Sometimes it's the rain or the wind, so I can play every day in Hong Kong. Is no problem.
I see.
But for me, from December to April, it was not so comfortable to play in France, and especially sometimes it was winter is very cold. It can be minus, and sometimes impossible to play.
I see.
So why I decide to? So I tell you before 20 years, I just was playing, working in France, to pick the fruit and play in the street, and I saved the money and went to travel in India for free time for the winter, and after free time I was little boring of India.
Can you get paid as a street musician in India?
No, I was just for
Just to travel.
yeah, travel and relax, and also study. Yeah, I was studying maybe 2 or 3 hours every day in India to
What
study.